Do you want to create custom cards with special fonts in Cricut Design Space, but get really frustrated by the cutting out the tiny font or the pen making it an outline? Well, I'm going to show you how to make gorgeous print and cut cards really easily in Cricut Design Space using special fonts, and also uploading and how to access the special glyphs that come with the free font. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the designer behind this channel, and I'm here to help you get the best out of your Cricut machine and show you how to master all of the little things in Cricut Design Space that make life so much easier for you. And today we're making these custom cards. Now, these could be birthday cards, personalised cards, or invitations. So today I've just made 2 general cards, thinking I can just store these for when I need a last minute birthday card. But you could also make it as an invitation, a wedding invitation, a christening invitation, a new baby card, because they're just so simple and so classic. And what I love about them is it avoids the cutting out the fonts, because this font, and you see people in Facebook groups getting so stressed out about cutting out fonts. Don't bother, print and cut them. It's so much easier. It's quicker than using the pen, and for some fonts when you upload them it wants to create an outline using the pen, and I want my fonts like that. I think unless you're using Cricut Design Space, if you've got their access, then if you're uploading your own fonts it makes them an outline, which is a pain. So printing and cut them gets around that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hop onto Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. We're going to start by grabbing a square from the free shapes bar. Now I've used a rounded square, but it's totally up to you. I've measured my card and it's 6 by 6, so I'm going to go just inside the size of my card, and I'm going to turn it white. Now because it's white you're not going to see it, especially when we turn it to print and cut. So when we click on print and cut you can see it disappears. So go to the bottom right hand corner and we're going to change the background. So I'm just going to click on a lilac and then drag it paler. I just want a really pale colour that's not in my face but that I can see my outline. That's going to be my card front, which I'm going to put onto a card blank. So now I'm going to type my text, and the font is Hanley Love, and I will tag my previous video which I show you where I get that for free and how to upload it to Cricut Design Space. This font has got glyphs with it, so I'm going to add some glyphs. So I'm just going to write happy birthday but without the first and last letter. And we're going to add glyphs for the first and last letter. So we're going to do that outside Design Space. So you want to get text boxes for these. So what I'm going to do is move that over there. I'm going to just duplicate that 4 times. We want 4 text boxes. Then we're going to go into your font book, which is whether it's on your Mac or your computer, wherever it is, and into my font. The font is called Hanley Love. So I have got another video that shows you where to get that and how to upload it to Cricut Design Space. So do go and grab that. But when you upload fonts to Cricut Design Space, it doesn't upload the special glyphs if they've got those with them. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go in and copy them. So you can see that the glyphs have got the heart either way, so one for the left, one for the right. Copying my H, then I'm going to paste it into a text box, and that will transfer it to Cricut Design Space. And now you can add it to the rest of the letter and weld them together. Obviously we need to get the Y, we need to get the T, and we need to get the U. So I'm just going to work through now and get the rest of the letters. I have sped this up because I've got a whole video showing you how to do this, but I just wanted to show you how I build my words, and it's just so easy that you can go out, paste it into a text box, or copy and paste it into a text box and build words. And if you're making custom invitations or framed art where you want to put a message on the bottom, then this is a really great way to do it. And once we've got our words all built up and they look great, I think in hindsight maybe I should have made my B bigger, but it'll be fine. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn them black. I want to keep it black so it's quite classic. I'm just going to pop them in and position them there, but I am going to add, as you've seen, a little bit of extra detail to the card. So I want that to sit across the top, and then I'm going to put the 2U at the bottom. But first of all I think we'll put a star in. So it could have been a heart because we had hearts on the letters, but I wanted it to be a bit more generic, this card. So I'm going to get my star, and what I'm going to do with this is I wanted it to be a bit dual tone. So I'm going to size my star the size I want it. I'm going to position it so that it's right in the center of the card. So I'm going to go to align, and I'm going to center it. Then I'm going to right click and select all, and I'm going to click slice. So I'm going to slice that layer out, and there it is. So now I've got a hole in my print and cut card. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my star bigger. Now if you're making along with me, make your star a little bit bigger than this, because it sits behind it, and I just left it a bit narrow for when I was popping on the glue, because I've raised my card. It'll make sense after when you see it. So now what we're going to do is bring the text back, and we're going to move the card to the back, position our letters so that it's where we want it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a slight offset, not a massive one, but just to make the letters a little bit thicker. So I'm going to make that smaller, but it looks a bit spidery. So I'm going to go up to the offset tool, and I'm going to add a tiny offset. And you can do this in increments. If you just put noughts in front, so 0.00, whatever, it'll add a bit of an offset. Now that's not enough, so I'm going to add some more. And you can just keep going through in low denominations and keep adding until you're happy at how thick it is. And what you're doing is you're creating loads of little layers there. But when you flatten it, they're all going to flatten together. So I'm going to go now to my top layer. I'm going to add a tiny offset on that, but not as much as the others. I think that's enough. Right click, select all, and flatten. And that's now flattened it. We've got chunkier letters. I'm happy with that. And then the star behind, which I'm going to cut in glitter card so it just stands out a bit different. And as I said, I would make the star a little bit bigger so that you've got a bit more room behind to stick it. And now we can send it to print and cut. So we're going to cut the star and print and cut the card. So we're going to do it on a mat, not the card mat. I always click that by mistake. And then there you go, I've got my file. So I'm going to run this through twice so that I can cut the blue and the white. Send it to printer. You don't want to have the bleed on, and you want system settings, so I'm going to do that. And then you can send it to print. And if you lose a dialog box, it sometimes pops up behind Cricut, so you just need to reduce it down, and there it is. So I'm going to say choose fine setting. Even though it's only black font, I just want it to be quite solid and clear. And now I can send it to cut. So this is the blue layer, it's printed off, and it is now reading the markings. And now we are cutting out. And this is just such an easy process to make bulk cards, because you can make so many at a time. And you don't need to add the extra layer, but I just wanted that layer of glitter behind to make it stand out. So here we go. I've got my card fronts printed off. So I tried it in 2 different colours, and they've both come out really well. It's just that the blue card is slightly thicker. And then I've got my stars and my cards. So these cards are the ones from Home Bargains, and these are going to be so easy to make. First thing I want to do is I want to mark where my star's going to go, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to put that there. So that's going to go on there. So the star's got to go there. I'm going to do the same on this one. I'm not sticking it back to the card because I want the card slightly raised. If I've cut it right, which I think I have, yep, the star's bigger. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use glue to attach my stars, because I want these to sit flat. So I want that so it's all stuck down nicely, and the same with this one. And now I'm going to put sticky pads on the back of these. I'm going to cut them in half, then I can space them about a bit. And you can see now how the star sits above the card, so it's just a bit 3D. We'll do the same with this one. And there you go. Print and cut, really easy birthday cards. And how did you find that? Super easy. And it just shows that it's just about, with Cricut, thinking out of the box. Okay, well, the things I'm uploading, it wants to create outlines. If you flatten it and make it a print and cut, it's easier. That took seconds to cut out and print, rather than how long it would have taken to draw that with a pen. Then it would have been an outline, which to me looks a bit clumpy. Or cutting it out and then you've got to stick it on. So yeah, for me, you get a much better and prettier result. Any questions, please do drop them in the comments. Also check out my video on how to upload fonts to Cricut Design Space, because you can upload any font you want. I will pop the link in and put it on the card as well. Thank you for crafting along with me. Let me know how you get on, and happy crafting.